Welcome to another edition of Friday at 4:20. I'm Mike Neighbors, your host for the next 40 minutes as we invite some local comedians in to try and make you laugh, and laugh you will. We want to introduce our panel. This show is all about encouraging everyone to get out and support local comedy in our community. If you see an open mic night, if you see a pro show going on and you got some extra dough in your pocket, go out and enjoy some great stand-up comedy. We have a tremendous stand-up comedy community here in Hamilton, and we're going to introduce a couple of the movers and shakers from that community. Mr. Patrick Capolino.
Buongiorno.
Are you more of a mover or a shaker?
Not a mover.
Definitely not a mover. Speaking of shaking in his boots over here because he's next. Manolo Santanos.
Ticanis. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm always. You know what? You want to hear something exciting?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Sure.
I got a message on Facebook that my buddy mentioned me on Joe Rogan's podcast today.
Oh, nice.
Just mentioned my name.
Just threw it out there.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's got an awesome podcast.
Yeah. He's like, I couldn't believe it when I did, because it's like that's how big it is where people just message me through Facebook. It's like, dude,
He's got 6 movie deals already because of it.
That's it. Manolis is all over it.
I said that in secrecy. Now I'm gonna lose it.
Are you too big for this show now?
Not
yet.
Okay,
good.
I'm thinking we should just move this show right to
to LA.
Yeah, or Guatemala.
Oh, and let's not go back down the Guatemala road. Let's introduce our special guest in the house for the first time. It is Mr. Luke Lawrence. Luke, how are you, man?
I'm great. How are you?
Excellent. Fantastic. You originally from The Rock?
Yeah, St. John's, Newfoundland.
Yeah, born and raised?
Yes, born and raised.
How old were you when you came this way?
Oh, I just came here last month. Took me a while.
All right. So you didn't come as a kid. You're making your way across the country doing stand-up comedy?
Yeah. Well, I've been here before a few times. A few years ago, I was here. Was I with you?
I don't know. Maybe.
I was with Patrick here, and I was with you. Oh, I was with my buddy Joe Patello too. So that was cool. He's in the back of the audience. Right?
Yeah, I saw you in Vancouver.
Yeah, that was a weird day for me.
What happened in Vancouver? Now you've got us intrigued.
I was on an adventure.
Okay.
And I came across him somehow. I was like,
That's weird when you see somebody out of context in a different place and you're like, whoa.
Exactly. Yeah, I was on some hallucinations.
When you're on an adventure, sure.
Yeah.
Just before we start playing our game, I just think this is kind of interesting because it's been now, by the time this airs, it's been a few weeks since marijuana has become legal in the province. And I thought, well, who better to get an impression of, is this a good thing? Are we in a good place? Do you like the fact that this has happened? Or Patrick, I'm looking at you in particular.
Why?
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of the legalization of marijuana?
I don't know. I'm not bothered by it. My friends seem really happy about it.
Everybody's happier.
Yeah, it's harder to buy weed now, it seems. Yeah, it was way easier before.
What do you think?
I don't smoke weed.
Okay.
And I think everything's the same. Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed in your world?
No.
Hallucinogens are still illegal?
Yeah.
But Manolis.
Now we
look over at Manolis now. Manolis.
He's out of a job now.
I did have a job in the weed world for a bit, and that ended.
And that ended
because of the government.
Right, but it's for somebody, and a lot of people who like to smoke marijuana. You have smoked marijuana yourself,
right?
Are you happy that it is now? We're at least this far. I mean, we probably have farther to go, but
I think it's going to take 2 to 3 years for it to figure itself out a little bit.
Right.
I think the biggest problem right now is because I'm not I don't like to smoke weed either. Actually, I don't mind the occasional joint, but
right.
I'm more into mushrooms and stuff like that. Oh, is that? I mean,
that's a whole different legalization thing.
That's going to take a while. But
that is going to take a while.
But I think the biggest problem is that I feel sorry for the chronic users that are they're so chronic that they smoke so much weed that they don't feel. I'm not saying it's right to drive while you're high,
right?
But a lot of these people do,
right? And
they've been doing it for so long, and now because of this change,
right?
The cops are now gunning for it. Now there's a lot of people have to reprogram their lives because they're so used to always being high. Now they got to figure out when they can smoke and when they shouldn't smoke because they got to drive a car, and you're maybe.
I think there's also I think there's a huge misconception, and I've never seen anybody talk about the fact that if you are as you said, a chronic user or a regular user of it every day, it's not the same impact that it has on the guy who smokes a joint once a month.
Yeah, that
and then
guy
he gets like obliterated by it.
Yeah.
But if you're using it all the time, it's not having that impact on.
Yeah, and I'm not saying they should be allowed to drive. It's not cool to. It's not really right to say that. What's the big deal? But these people, though, they're not really stoned.
It's a huge impact.
Yeah, but that's like there's some people that I know can handle their booze. Should they be allowed to drive too?
Only in planes.
Joe said yes.
Only if they're flying planes.
Wait, are you for people who smoke weed should be allowed to drive?
I just think at the end of the day, I think they're going to have to figure out how to start to not to do it.
It's allow one of them or all of them, right? None of them or all of them.
Okay, here's what I think. I think everybody should be allowed to smoke weed and be drunk all the time. I think it should be law that you should be messed up. That way,
you have to be.
The person that gets charged will be the sober people. And that way, because they're the ones who are going to cause the accident. Everybody's driving screwed up, then everything will go flow fine.
Yeah.
So the game's called Friday at 4:20. We're going to just jump right in here. We've got 12 random topics. They're in official Bell Media envelopes, so they must be real. We have a Plinko board set up. That's how we'll choose the random number. The comics have not heard the topics beforehand. This will be the first time they get the reveal. Luke, you get to play Plinko, my friend. I mean, that was well worth the drive from The Rock. So Luke Lawrence is going to drop. Yeah, go ahead. Drop it in a slot there. Making its way down the Plinko board. Number 3. Luke Lawrence, your first topic on Friday at 4:20 is... What superhero would you be? Now, before on this show, we have asked what superhero, what power you'd like to have. Joe Botello is still in the room. And he is like upset.
Yeah,
How
he
loves superheroes.
I asked him for a moving story, and he'd moved once in his life. And now we do, what superhero would you be? This is like right up his alley. Luke Lawrence, what superhero would you be if you could be any of the superheroes?
I feel bad because I know he would love this so much. And the thing is, I don't know. I'm probably something where I could be a thief, I guess.
So you're not even got a name for me?
No, I don't even
Like all the superheroes there are. Superman,
You can do
Batman.
that now.
yeah, I can do that.
You don't even need the powers. All right, listen, Joe, get over here. Help your friend out here.
You want to be Black Cat? She's a thief, but I mean,
Okay.
obviously Captain America.
Captain.
Why would you not want to be Captain America?
I guess no, or just be Iron Man because he's got all that money and like he's everything.
Iron Man's cool.
Yeah,
I like
Man's
Iron
cool.
Man.
I just want money or stealing.
Yeah, it's like rob a bank. That'd be sick.
Joe Botello hanging out with us in the studio. So Joe would pick Captain America. Luke is just trying to steal. The worst superhero ever. Manolo Santanos, he's clutching his head.
I got one, but I just want to say, thinking about the pot thing, I think everybody should be sober, but if you're the passenger, should be allowed to drink or be high, like smoke a joint or drink.
In the car while you're driving.
If I'm sober, what's the problem?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's where I'm going. That's my platform.
That was what you were trying to get out earlier.
No, but I just thought I'm gonna run for mayor. I think that's a great idea. Well,
Michael Baldessaro passed away, so there's no one representing that that group.
I don't know who that is.
That's all right. Manolis,
I want to be able to see through walls, so I can.
Superman.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. I didn't ask for a superpower.
I want to be able to see people change. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you hang out with your thief friend over here?
I'll be Robin Hood. That's what I would be.
That's right.
Like I want to be able to see through their clothes too. You know what I mean? Not just girls, guys too.
You just want to see everybody.
I think he's just him. That's who he is.
That's just he's just a curious fellow. That's all.
Exactly.
He's just curious.
Is there one where I can read better? I want to be able to read. Like I want to be able to just be smart.
Captain Literacy. There you go. All right, Patrick Capolino. What superhero? Actual superhero.
Can I be a supervillain?
Well, you can, sure.
Magneto's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want anything that can move stuff. Oh, is Matilda a superhero? If I could be Matilda, that's what I would pick.
Who's Matilda?
We're making her a superhero today.
Okay, yes, then Matilda is who I want to be.
Matilda, excellent.
Patilda.
What a group we have assembled for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Friday at 4:20. We're going to get Patrick Coppolino
If you vote for me,
A thief,
I'll
a
make all this
pervert,
happen.
and a 6-year-old girl.
Coppolino, Plinko us. Hit the Plinko board. We'll see if the next random topic does any better. Holy mackerel.
I just really just want to be naked, I think. That's
Manolis is still.
while I'm driving sober.
Six.
Number 6? Is that what we're calling that one? All right.
Six.
I can't even see. That's too far away from me. All right, here we go. The hottest spicy wings you've ever eaten.
Oh, I thought he was going to say hottest Spice Girl. Posh. Posh, for sure.
Okay, hottest posh.
Posh.
All right,
Spice.
hottest Spice Girl. Luke,
I'm into sporty. I'm into sporty spice.
Sporty
Get
spice,
a
nice.
tattoo, you know.
Manolis.
Was it the danger one? What's her name?
No, you want no,
Danger Spice?
Angry Spice.
no. You
Scary
want
Spice.
Baby Spice.
No, not baby
Danger.
Sexy spice.
Spice.
They're sexy,
they're-
sexy baby,
No,
sporty.
No, not sporty.
No, scary.
Scary.
Yeah, scary.
All right,
You like
scary. I want
scary?
scary.
Scary Spice was Danger
is she
I
Spice.
the
have
redhead?
what?
Is she the redhead?
No, that's Ginger.
No,
No.
she was. I think
Ginger
I think
Spice?
she had a baby with Eddie Murphy. I think.
Eddie,
What?
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Who did? Scary Spice?
What?
Scary Spice did?
Yeah.
If you've been following along, Eddie Murphy's had babies with half the people on the planet. So,
Has he?
oh yeah, Eddie's got he's got 13 kids or something.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's got and
Like B.B. King.
no mom had more than one. So yeah,
So
he's been
funny.
around. So Scary Spice, we had a sporty. We almost got them all covered
Posh
here. We might have to
Spice.
call Joe Botello in again.
I have all.
If Joseph-
I have
never mind.
their posters. I bought these posters from Value Village of all of them. Like there was a poster for each one, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's the whole collection!" So I bought them.
Spice Girls?
Yeah, Spice Girls.
I had all the rings that came with the bubble gums.
Yeah, the bubble gums. Yeah, I remember that too. And all those stickers as well.
Yeah.
Had a little tattoo
that
like
song?
Spice World
Oh,
on your forehead.
Stop right now. Thank you very much. I need somebody with a human touch.
Okay,
that what it is?
That's
Hey, you.
That's-
always on the
that's
run.
all we can sing. Otherwise, we have to pay SOCAN fees. So we don't want to be doing that, fellas. So yeah, favorite Spice Girls. Nice job, guys. That was one of our best topics ever.
I am a fan.
I loved it. I had no idea that you guys were all like nuts about the Spice Girls.
I was actually listening to my car like 2 days ago.
That
I'm
absolutely.
joking.
Well, it's catchy music.
Yeah,
It was catchy, and then you guys grew up in the that era.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little old for Manolis, or Manolis a little old for that era. But he's had a lot of girlfriends who listen to it. Manolis, get up there and Plinko us, man.
Okay.
All right. Spicy wings got swapped out for spicy girls. That's okay. That's how we roll here on Friday at 4:20. Oh, it dropped right out of the socket. Never seen that before.
8.
Faulty Plinko board. That's throwing us all off.
We all just sang Spice Girls on the radio.
We all just did.
Yeah, we're into it,
They're
bro.
great.
All right. You know what? You're pretty handy with the social media.
Okay.
Okay. The social media platform you either love or hate. You can take your pick.
Love or hate?
Yes. Which one do you love? I love working the Instagram, or which one do you go? I just can't even go there. I hate it.
You know what? Here's the problem. I don't use Tinder anymore. It worked once,
Right.
but the reason I hate it is because I don't like to lie, and I have to. So you got to put your age on it. Like that's a big
Girls are like, you're not 25.
You're not 20, but it's like it's really hard to chat up a girl that's say 28
Right.
when you're 48.
Right. Exactly.
So it's like
especially when you know her dad.
yeah. Exactly.
Gets very uncomfortable. So you're going to say Tinder is the social media
I was gonna say-
platform you hate.
Yeah, I'm gonna say hate because they
perfect.
should hide their ages.
You shouldn't have to put your age.
Or I should be able to just lie. I guess.
Can't you fill in age is a state of mind or something like that? Or?
No, it has.
It's linked up to my Facebook, so I could just change my age on my Facebook. I just don't. It's like I don't want to start a relationship with a lie.
Because everybody you went to high school with would call you out on Facebook.
And that would be it would be a screenshot.
Manolis thinks he's 25.
Again.
Luke Lawrence, our special guest on Friday at 4:20. Social media, either the platform you love or the platform you hate?
I have all my notifications turned off on all my social medias, but Instagram is the one I like the most because it helps me find relationships the best.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Now, are you currently single?
I just became single.
Yeah, I
about a
just
month-
became single.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so how do you find? You just randomly, send notes out to girls on Instagram, or
I guess so. I just slide into their DMs, they call it.
okay.
Yeah, and then I kind of just like, hey, you want to hang out? And then things work out.
Oh,
got a
so
few-
Instagram's your Tinder.
Yeah. So, well, I really liked Tinder for a bit because I had this thing called Tinder Social. Do you guys remember that?
No.
It was where you groups of people would talk to each other. A group of guys would talk to a
plan to
group
go
of
out
girls.
together?
And most times I would get ignored because I'm the ugly person. Because you said that earlier.
You pointed at me when you said that because I'm the ugly one.
we look alike. We both look like Mac Miller, and it's not good. So we look alike. But yeah, no, I like Tinder for a bit, but then now it's not. Now it's just
So how did the group worked for you on the
No,
the-
I
the
didn't.
group
It didn't work for me. I was there.
Oh, okay. You just kept working
Yeah,
it. I thought you were going to say like your sense of humor was able to come out, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
they would
yeah.
get to know you, and then you would actually get a date out of it.
No, my sense of humor come out, and that was about it.
Okay, that's all you got.
They're
Out of
like,
it.
all
you
I got
can
out of it.
watch.
Yeah, exactly. They would actually like ignore my messages. I'd be like, they're talking, and they just ignore my messages. I'd be like, all right, I like one time put up a GIF of this guy hanging himself, and we laughed all for probably
That's
about
so
20
good.
minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna leave, ladies, and then
This is me. I'm out, literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Patrick Capolino.
I can't stand Tinder. Twitter.
Oh,
What, you don't like to tweet?
No, I used to not mind it. It was
Okay.
kind of fun, and now it's like I hate remembering it exists because for comedy and stuff you kind of need to, and I always remember way too late. Like there's clubs that'll tag you that you're there this weekend and stuff, and you're supposed to retweet it, but I retweet it 3 weeks after I've been there. yeah. And just the structure of it now seems odd. That you seem to get notifications for everything now. Like people, if people you follow something, you get a notification for it, and it just seems there's so much.
It's funny when you look when you start diving into the numbers. I mean, Twitter really isn't that big, although it's big among certain elements, right? And I know comedy shows. I know our sports station, sports people are all over Twitter, but I find it kind of mostly useless. Most of the time.
I think unless you're a celebrity, there's
right.
I forgot about it until you just mentioned it.
yeah.
You don't even tweet.
Yeah,
hardly. I
always
have it, but
forget.
Not on Twitter. Do
I'm
you?
always tweeting, man.
That's right, man. You're
I
always
love the
tweeting.
birds.
You always tweet.
He loves it because he's like, "Well, I can actually talk to porn stars now."
Yeah.
I do actually. That's why I like.
Now, can you do that on Instagram as well, or just on Twitter?
You got a better chance of them seeing it for some reason on Twitter
Yeah.
than Instagram because in the Instagram it's like a direct message and it's like.
So they get all kinds of direct messages that they
they're
don't
all,
want.
Yeah, it's like there's gonna be 100
only imagine.
those kind of pictures.
Yes.
And then just me saying, "Hey, I really like you."
Yes, a whole bunch of Richard pics, and then
Innocent friggin' Manolis. Hey, when I have ice cream.
I can name
and be sincere
I
about
can
it.
name all the movies you've been in, including all the volumes. So,
I
volume
do.
7, volume 8.
I do like.
I know. All right, enough said. Whose turn is it to Plinko? Come on.
Is it me?
Is it you,
Yeah,
Lawrence?
Manolis got it.
Luke
Did it.
Lawrence is back up at the Plinko board, ladies and gentlemen. This is Friday at 4:20. Our guest is Luke Lawrence, encouraging you to get out and support local comedy. Patrick Capolino, Manolo Santanos in the house. Number 2 is Luke Lawrence's topic on this Friday at 4:20. Here we go. Well, you know what? This is very much in line with our Spice Girls question. Oh, that's right. We didn't ask a Spice Girls question. Favorite decade for music?
Oh, I like the 90s.
It was 90s.
The 90s.
That's when the
Like,
Spice Girls were ruling the charts.
Early 2000s. Like hip hop was really good then.
So the time you grew up,
Yeah.
was that really a growing up phase for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we might end up there, which works out okay because Patrick is a young man like yourself, but Manolis, he'll give us something from the 60s. The reality is. Patrick Capolino, favorite music decade?
I like the.
You ever go back and listen to some really old stuff?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Righteous Brothers.
Oh,
like
60s?
Sinatra or
Okay.
doo-wop.
Yeah.
Doo-wops.
Yeah,
I like it, all those the
early,
music that are
late
in like
50s, early
Martin
60s?
Scorsese movies.
Oh, okay, nice.
I like that music. I like that era, the whole
that era.
jazz and
There's some very cool stuff. Back
yeah,
Yes.
and Spice Girls.
And the
90s.
And the Spice Girls. Manolis, what do you listen to? I love your shirt. He's wearing a WKRP in Cincinnati shirt. As a radio guy, I mean, obviously that was my go-to show.
Still my go-to show.
So much reality of what I deal with every day in the radio business was actually exposed on that program. I was very not as many people as we have, but the things that they did on that show were absolutely dead on. It must be written by radio people. So a great show.
I love that show. When you came to me with the idea of this show,
right?
This is the first thing I thought about. Like, oh my god,
He gets
my
to
life.
live WKRP.
I could live my like this. The only thing that would make better if I could just stay here longer.
Right. Yes.
Like if I could just be in the fabric of this society of radio.
I remember the first time you actually came up to the radio station to meet me, and I lost track of him. And it's a bit of a maze out here in the halls, but I lost track of him as he was wandering around, opening doors, yelling, "Bailey Quarters, Bailey Quarters." Yeah,
Bailey.
Looking for Bailey.
She is.
Best music decade, buddy. What do you listen to? What's your go-to?
I still my go-to is probably like
We've
like
never
90
featured your Van Halen song yet.
yeah,
we still have to do that.
Yeah. The early '90s, I've for sure like with the whole alternative scene when it just blew up as the alternative scene.
Right.
But
right.
But I do
so the grunge,
but yeah. But I was like the grunge area. The great thing about it was a little bit of everything. You know, if there was like Cypress Hill, and there was like the Chili Peppers or Nirvana or Soundgarden, but you go to Lollapalooza, and there was Ice Cube was there too. It was really cool time. But I really enjoy listening to some jazz sometimes, man. I like Lester Young, Thelonious Monk,
John Coltrane.
The Train Dude, yeah.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
I like. You know who I really love?
The Train Dude. I like
John
that.
Coltrane, I love him.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorites is, believe it or not, I love listening to Jack Kerouac. You know him? He's like a poet. He wrote On the Road.
Right.
Yeah, I love
Who's
listening.
writer? Does he?
He's got a bunch of work where he's like read his poems, I guess. So
okay.
Over jazz.
Oh, nice.
There's tons of it.
That's your favorite.
I love listening to Jack Kerouac.
Could you YouTube one of those?
Tons of it.
Yeah. So Jack Kerouac reading his stuff over jazz music.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear what that sounds like.
There's a poem of Manolis.
Oh no.
He did a poem that you can find. It's over some like weird, funky music.
Yeah, I wrote a poem,
and he sang it all.
Is this going to be like the
serious
screenplay story? Because
this is
this is cheesy.
It's more cheesy than it is bad. Like
okay,
like the story. But
what was the poem about? A girl?
Yes, about a girl. Of course, it's all. What isn't everything about a girl? The world is all about.
Yes.
Girls rule the world.
But
Girls
all,
rule.
like his voice is all low. I don't know if this is exact words, but it's stuff like there's this funky music playing, and he's like, "Baby, once I look in your eyes, I'm inside your mind." Like stuff like that.
That wasn't that bad. It was cheesy, wasn't it?
Okay, we got to hear that now. We're gonna have to get that one.
It's on YouTube. I didn't know what to do with it. I made it over 20 years ago.
So coming soon, we got to put some of this stuff together because we're gonna have a special episode where we feature. I know Patrick, you've done a bunch of things on YouTube, and then Manolis, I know you've got a couple of things.
I can think of like one.
Wait, yeah, where you blew up the phone booth.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, I don't know how would that translate on radio. Would that just a big explosion?
You could hear it explode, and us running.
And Manolis also cut together every scream that Van Halen did in their songs and cut them all into a 4-minute piece, which we have to play, much to the annoyance of everybody listening, I'm sure. But right now he's working his phone, so this can't be good.
I'm going to try to find the poem. What was it called? Oh wait, Manolis Santanos. That's first part.
Manolis reads a poem.
Stop, internet. Stop.
Oh.
It's hard to. The
called-
music's a little too loud for the. Like, it's hard to hear what he's saying.
Oh, okay. Poor production value, say,
yeah.
Patrick? Wow.
Yeah.
Where were we? I got lost now. What were we doing? Oh, your favorite music. Oh, we already did, everybody.
Yeah, we already did
Okay,
it.
whose turn is it to Plinko?
Is it? Oh yeah.
Oh, Patrick
I already did
Capolino.
I just did it. I think it's his.
Okay, well, we'll let him go.
Oh,
Go.
great.
No, don't hold up the phone to the microphone again.
You don't want to hear it?
No, because you know what? Because last time it was horrible production, and I had to go in and edit it out, and it was terrible. We're going to do a special episode. We're going to feature that. stay tuned to Friday at 4:20 for a very special
Cheesy.
things these guys got up to when we weren't paying attention. What did you get over there for Manolis?
7.
7.
7. Oh, that's your favorite number, isn't it?
It is actually.
I know.
How's everybody laughing at me?
Well, a nice easy one for you, buddy.
Is it my turn?
No, it was my
No,
turn.
it's his turn.
Patrick. Nice,
Yeah.
nice easy one
Are
for
you
you,
glad
buddy.
pot's legal, Mike?
I'm not saying anything, Manolis. I think everybody should be allowed to drive high. Birthday cake. Chocolate or vanilla?
Ice cream.
Nothing's
cake.
easy on this show,
No,
damn it.
but my favorite part of the ice cream cake is the chocolate, like the Oreo, the cookie part with the fudge. You know, an ice cream cake?
Oh, okay. I've never had an ice cream cake.
You've never had an ice cream cake?
No. Is that something I should have?
Ice cream shaped like a cake.
Yes, it is. But where's the chocolate fudge coming?
Oh, it's like layered. So there's like a layer of like
Oh.
fudge and then a layer of like cookie, like crumbled
sound
cookie,
good.
like chocolate cookie.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite ice cream?
I don't know. I don't know. Heavenly hash.
But you can't drive after you eat it.
Yeah, that's right.
Luke Lawrence, this has gotten messy, man. I'm sorry. The whole show got out of
it's fine.
control at
It's
some
great.
point along the way there. I don't know what happened. Birthday cake, chocolate or vanilla?
I've never. What about a marble? Could that be a thing?
You sure?
Yeah, could that
Wait,
be a thing?
why would anybody want to answer?
That sounds awesome to me. I don't know.
Have you ever had a marble?
I've had
where
marble cake, but not
Marble
like a marble birthday cake.
Yeah,
but like,
okay.
No one loves me that much to give me that, but like that's what I definitely want.
All right. Follow-up question that Patrick started. Favorite ice cream?
Favorite ice cream? I don't know. I had.
Yeah, what would you eat with the marble cake?
What would I eat? I had. I'm not really an ice cream guy.
Not an ice cream guy?
But I had tried this. The Halo Top one the other day, and it was called waffles and pancakes, and it tastes like you like taste the burnt on it. It's strange. Yeah,
Wow.
it's too real. I just like put it down. I like put it back in my fridge. I was like, I'll come back for you later.
So it was like waffles and pancake flavored ice cream?
yeah,
That's crazy, man.
it's pretty good.
Is it like-
There's also a birthday cake flavor too. That's pretty good.
There
too.
is a birthday
yeah.
cake flavor. Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
So-
Now we've really confused Manolis. What are we talking about? Manolis, birthday cake, chocolate or vanilla?
I never got birthday cakes.
yeah, that's how I feel.
So the story always starts out with how Manolis was deprived. Then somewhere along the way, a girl gets involved.
yeah,
It was always
the girl just took his cake.
because my dad would like get just the cheapest cake. He didn't understand. So I have a birthday, and he'd bring out the cake, and I'm like, "What kind of cake is this? You're supposed to get a birthday cake.
Right.
He'd just get a cheap cake.
No, it would just be something.
Cheese
Some-
lasagna.
Yeah.
Some weird
like
cake
a
that tastes
Sara Lee
like a
sponge
fruit
cake.
cake.
or
Yeah, it'd be
something.
some. Yeah,
Same
exactly.
fruit cake passed around for
It
years.
drove me crazy because I'm like, I just want all those cakes when I go to those other birthdays. I want
Oh, yeah.
that cake.
Yeah.
I
You
would-
want like an ice cream cake like Patrick has.
Oh, ice cream cakes are delicious.
Oh,
right? 'Cause there's
see?
ice cream in
What's your favorite ice cream?
it. Was Oreo.
Oh, or
Oreo
Wait,
ice
you like
cream.
ice cream with Oreos in it?
Yeah. I like
Oreos in a flavor.
Oh, okay, I guess vanilla.
no,
No,
he's right though, because that's called Oreo ice cream.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
it's
real,
chunks of
it's a-
Oreo in the vanilla ice cream.
It's vanilla ice cream.
Yes.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, sure, I'm trying to help.
Bullying
It's
you.
a real cake, Patrick. It's a real
What's
ice
your
cream.
What's your favorite cookie, Manolis?
Chocolate chip.
No, you can put chocolate chips in ice
You
cream
can
too.
get chocolate chip ice cream, chocolate chip cookie ice cream. Okay, that's it.
Game
He's
changer.
leaving,
Boom.
walking out the door,
I know
baby.
what I'm doing today.
Okay.
You thought he was going to say Oreo. Right?
Well, yeah, I was setting him up for the. Manolis always
My-
turns left when you think he's going to
He
go
wouldn't
right.
buy any. My dad would not buy any treats. So I remember one time I was just like looking in the cupboards and there was like the cones for the ice cream, but we had no ice cream.
Yeah, so you just have to eat the cone.
I was just eating. I would eat cones.
The cones were on sale, but the
Yeah.
ice cream wasn't.
but the cones were like so old too.
Oh, and they were because cones start out tasting stale,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're always a bit question mark.
Yeah, I had to scrunch it up. I would put some water. I'd drink eat like cereal.
Oh my God, Luke Lawrence,
No, wait.
You getting ready to Plinko?
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Is it his turn?
I think it's Manolis
My
now.
turn.
Manolis'
Okay,
turn.
okay.
I was going to ask you your favorite cookie.
I never ate cookies growing
Oh
up.
my God! Did you? I never had ice cream. I never had cake. I never
Yeah,
had cookies.
I was
What do you do there on the Rock? You guys literally just do the hooch.
It's just yeah, pretty much. It's
Kissing
a very,
fish,
It's a very
doing
sad
hooch.
place. The commercials are lies.
We never had cookies.
People with accordions.
You know what? Speaking of which, because here's my little bone to pick. All right, because I watched I watch that commercial all the time for tourism in Newfoundland and Labrador, and they because the music's playing, and you watch that commercial, it is always sunny.
Oh yeah.
Right? And it
looks
is like, and I'm
gorgeous.
going, dude, that is not right because it is
No.
not always sunny in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Like 2 days of the year.
Yeah, exactly. That was the 2 days they
2
shot.
days, and everyone's like with an accordion. Like I think they should be people outside with accordions to like cover up the sounds of the wind because it sounds extreme.
They had big windsocks on those
Yeah.
microphones.
What,
Okay.
What time are the bars open till there? Like late though, right?
3.
They have to be.
Like last
Yeah.
calls at 3 though.
Last call's at 3. Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I know.
Why?
Two.
What is it out here? Is 2 or
2.
something?
2.
Oh, that's
2.
sad.
I just remember like
Well, it used to be 1. I mean, for the longest time, it was
What?
always 1, and then it finally got moved to 2.
yeah.
I don't go out until 1. That's like, that's like that was time to go out.
When I go down to see, I'd hang out with him down there. He's like, oh, we'll go. I'm like,
We'll go drinking
what?
before we go drinking.
Yeah, like it was just crazy that we had so much time.
Did you grow up in St. John's?
Yes.
And the multicolored buildings.
Yes.
Was that coordinated? Did you go? Oh, Barb, I'm going to paint yellow. Would you paint green?
No,
I mean,
everyone just does their own thing.
they does their own, but
Yeah.
everybody does something just like cool looking.
Looks cool. Mine was the most ugly one, I thought.
What color did you guys do?
We had like
yours?
this gross orange that looked. It was like painted like a dory. I hated it. I hated it.
Oh, you lived in the orange house.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was like I know. I like red. I wanted to be red.
Dude, this is like, you're competing with Manolis for saddest childhood, man. I mean, you were in the orange house, no cookies, no birthday cake.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
wow,
I
Luke
met-
Lawrence, I feel bad, man.
No,
I
don't
met
worry,
you
it's
at
cool. I'm
Yucks,
happy now.
right?
What?
You were an amateur when I met you, right? At
Yeah,
Yucks.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, and then we just.
The first time I ever bombed, Manolis was there, and then he just said, "If you like it, you'll keep on doing it. If you don't, you're gonna stop."
And he's here to say I kept
I'm here.
on
6
doing
years
it.
later, I'm still here, so it's cool.
Good for you, brother.
Yeah.
Nice job. All right, whose turn is it to Plinko? I'm sorry, I got.
No, it's you. It's you. 'cause you
Go,
can
go,
after.
Manolis, go.
You got distracted.
Patrick, favorite cookie?
You got 2?
We already had 2. Did we have 2?
We have 2 already. I don't
Mr.
know.
Creamies.
Mr. Creamies. What the hell is
They're
that?
just cheaper Oreos. They're just knockoff Oreos.
6?
So, you want to do? Okay. All right.
6.
All
We
right.
already did 6.
Yeah. You're gonna have to
Do
what's
10
the number
then.
beside it then?
What about 11?
11.
You guys always forget the numbers on top there.
Yeah.
So
I didn't.
let's go.
I
No,
said
no, Luke, you didn't.
We know our numbers.
Let's go around the room. Middle names. Manolis, middle name.
Don't have
He
one.
doesn't have one.
What?
What?
I don't have one.
He didn't
that's
get
not
one of
the
those as a kid either.
Are you sure your name's not Manolis?
Maybe that's what it is,
Maybe
right?
that's it.
They didn't give me one.
No middle name, eh?
No, I'm Manolis Zontanos. My mom's father is named Manolis. That's why I got Manolis.
Does your father have a middle name?
No.
Okay, so maybe it's a Greek culture
I think
thing.
It's a Greek thing. Yeah.
Okay, they don't do middle names in the Greek culture.
I guess not. Or
Did you make your confirmation?
I don't know.
Are
what
you
that word
Catholic?
is. I got baptized. Is that what you mean? Confirmation, man. What,
Yeah,
it's
so
did I
no,
graduate?
in like grade 8, they confirm you in the Catholic Church, and you get to take another name.
No, I didn't do that.
Okay, you didn't do that either.
Oh, like you pick a saint or something.
Yeah, you pick somebody. So, did you do that?
I did that, yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up Catholic.
Oh, there you go. But Manolis didn't eat. His parents shut him down.
Apparently-
One name's enough.
Apparently, Jesus' name was Manolis. Like in Greek culture.
Oh, the Greek
Oh, the Greek
Greek-
Jesus?
Jesus is apparently Manolis somehow. I don't know. Like before he became Jesus, he was Manolis.
No, I think the translation of Jesus into Greek would give you Manolis.
Maybe that. Too.
I think that
Maybe.
it would be a translation
know.
thing. I don't think there was a time when Jesus actually
Was
had a different
Manolis.
name. He
I'll
was
do some
He was a
research.
carpenter named Manolis.
I'm the son of
Then
God,
he changed his
dude.
name. Luke Lawrence, middle name.
Thomas.
Thomas. Luke
Thomas.
Thomas Lawrence. Nice. That's a good.
Yeah, that sounds
nice
good,
name.
right?
Like,
LTL. Sounds good.
like the tank engine. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Daniel.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Patrick Daniel Topolino.
Yeah.
What was your confirmation name?
James.
James.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to bat. I had to do my confirmation, and they said you got to pick a name from the Bible, is what they told us. And I was heavily into I think it was Escape from New York with Snake Plissken, and so I wanted the name Snake. I was convinced this would be the coolest the coolest name. And they were going, you have to choose a name from the Bible. I'm going, the snakes all over the Bible. Have you not read the Bible? I mean, the snakes everywhere in that thing. But they wouldn't let me have Snake.
So what'd you pick?
When I was a kid, I nicknamed
Matthew.
myself.
Michael Matthew.
Michael Matthew.
When I was a kid, I nicknamed myself Kawasaki. That was like the name I told everybody my name was.
Yeah.
So
That is crazy.
Yeah,
How old
man.
were you?
I don't know, like 3 or 4.
And you wanted to be Kawasaki.
Yeah, I named actually one time my mom.
You just thought it sounded cool, like it sounded like a cool word.
So badass. It just sounded so badass. And one time I went off at the grocery store. I was talking to one of my good friends, actually still now. He's like a Bulgarian family. And but I told them my name was Kawasaki. My mom's going around the grocery store looking for me. She's like, have you seen Luke? And he's like, you mean Kawasaki? He's like, I was like, no, Luke.
Luke, Kawasaki. Yeah, it's all very similar. Let's, you know what, we just enough time to drop one more really quick topic. So, Luke, as our special guest, Luke Kawasaki, Lawrence. 5. I'm just going to pick one. We haven't done 5 yet. Oh, that's perfect. All right, here we go. Last topic. This lightning round. We're introducing a new feature here. Lightning round. This is a perfect lightning round. I'm going to start with you, Luke. Toilet paper, over the top or under? Does it have to go over the top? No.
Wait. Over.
Okay,
over.
nice. All right, Patrick Capolino.
Back to front.
I was trying to remember how I did it. I was like, do it.
No, but you mean does it
On
hang
the roll.
over? Yeah.
Does it
or
go
under,
over the
yeah.
top or does it go under the roll?
I think I know how I
No.
went.
So
wait,
What
did you
the way
say
you wiped? That's what I thought.
Not how you
No,
wipe.
I knew what you meant.
Here's
my
what I want
God.
to know.
Over the top. Over the
Anthony,
top.
calm down. Do you stand? Do you wipe your bum?
Yes.
Of course.
I do.
You have to.
I like
Right.
I put my leg up on the bathtub sometimes.
Oh, wow. That's like the
Yeah,
full
need some
spread.
leverage.
Patrick, do you stand when you...
No, I think that's the weirdest thing in the world.
See?
Well, how do you get your hand under there? You have
Like
to,
this.
Like what?
You twist up.
So here's
Twist up a
here's
little.
my issue. Why it makes sense if you're going to sit down that the toilet
Wait, you
dispenser is so low, but if you stand, I think most people stand. It's like I feel like I'm trying to steal a bag of chips.
I feel like it's,
like I'm trying to get the toilet paper to go down in a public washroom. You're trying to find it.
Right,
you're
it's
going.
way underneath.
Why don't they might as well just put it right against the floor.
Yeah.
It's so low.
I know. I hate that too.
It's so goddamn low. What is it? Just children that use these washrooms?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a man.
I feel like standing would make it harder.
I'm gonna start bringing my own toilet paper.
No.
As
much
a,
easier, much
You
easier.
stand too?
I stand. Yeah.
Do you
of course I
stand?
do.
Am I the
Yeah,
only one
yeah.
who wipes while
I
they're
use-
sitting?
yeah.
No, but I know a lot of people. They say I think the common denominator I think is like people that sit are just lazy people too, right? They just
No, but you get more leverage. No,
No,
when you're standing,
no.
they're closed more.
No, you got, yeah.
no. But if you stand, you
That's
can, like-
weird.
Get it
No,
done
what? You can look
quicker.
at it and take a picture,
Don't know
and
anybody.
then
there.
send it to your friends who
Who,
don't
who
want
would
them.
do that?
I do send poop pics to my friends.
Oh, do
I've
you?
heard.
Oh, you want to be on the list?
No, I definitely don't.
As a trained radio professional, I was hoping I was going to be able to get this back on the rails, but we've run out of time. It is over.
Life in general.
So just back so we can clear this topic up once and for all, and not the standing topic. Over the top or under for the roll hanging on the roll?
Over the top.
Over the top.
Over the top.
Over the top. Over the top.
Under.
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 Okay, you're the
Under,
odd man.
You're
out.
crazy.
All right.
I think people.
Just in
No,
case
you
anyone
don't.
is
Easier.
wondering, the original patent filed with the U.S. Patent Office was for over the top. I just thought we'd clear that up.
I'm different.
Oh yeah, you're sitting with it under. No, yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder you need it under. You got to have it low, like Manolis was complaining about.
If I get rich, I'm gonna pay someone to do it. Done. I'm so tired of wiping my bum.
Okay.
Enough's enough. People.
Ladies and gentlemen, another edition of Friday at 420. I apologize profusely for this one. Luke Lawrence, thank you so much for being here, man.
Thank
You were a great sport. We appreciate having you along and having some fun with you. I hope you come back.
Thank you.
All right. Patrick Capolino, Manolo Santana says, usual, it's always just an okay time hanging out with you guys. and I hope everybody will tune in again next Friday for another edition of Friday at 420. Don't forget to get out there and support local comedy until we get to talk to you again in 7 days right here on Funny 820. Have an awesome weekend.